Well, we had a little bit more cloud cover to start the day, but this afternoon it started to clear out pretty quickly. Of course, temperatures didn't rise too much, only up to that 70-degree mark, so nice and cool out there. Of course, got that great sunset as well around 6 p.m., getting earlier and earlier as we approach that winter solstice in December. Looking at the current temperatures at the 10 p.m. hour, down to 55 here in San Angelo. Off to the north, a little bit cooler for Sterling City and Robert Lee, coming in at 52 right now. Off to the southeast junction at 53 degrees, and the warm spot's going to be Brady right now, coming in at that 58-degree mark, with dew points right now in the 40s for most of us across the area. Junction coming in at that 50-degree dew point. Eden going to be the driest at 32 degrees, but most of us with relative humidity indices in the 70s and 80s, and just that dry spot off to the east there in Eden and Brady. But those could come up a little bit coming into the days ahead. Looking at the moisture tracker, you can see we're going to have more dry air by tomorrow, but then going into Monday and Tuesday, that's where we start to look at a little bit of southwesterly flow, bringing more of those greens back into the Concho Valley. Unfortunately, not looking like enough for rain, but still going to bring those dew points and those relative humidity indices back up as we go into the week ahead. But definitely this weekend looking pretty great and not too muggy out there. For the national satellite, you can see this big swirl over Nebraska right now. That's what brought that cold front across our region just a couple days ago. And then as we look to the Gulf, you can see what's Tropical Storm Rafael down there right now, just off to the south of the coast of Louisiana. But over the days ahead, it's expected to continue its trek to the south towards Mexico right now. As well, it's expected to weaken, still have 45-mile-an-hour winds right now, but by tomorrow at 6 p.m. looking at 40 miles an hour, and it's going to continue that trek to a tropical depression and so on and so forth. Back towards Texas, we're seeing these clear skies across the entire state, from the Panhandle down to the Valley, and then from the Big Bend into East Texas as well, and that's including us in the Concho Valley. And then when we go into the futurecast, really lots of sunshine is going to be across the board. A little bit of cloud cover in East Texas, but most of the state going to be seeing plenty of sunshine here in the Concho Valley. On a little bit of a warming trend, we might see those 80s work back in by about Tuesday or so. And by Monday evening, we could see just a little bit of upper level cloud cover. But like I said, for the most part, definitely looking like plenty of sunshine. Getting an update on the drought monitor, you can see this is from this past Thursday, but we did have some moderate drought working into our southern counties, as well as over towards Brady, seeing some decent drought working in. But this doesn't take into account any rain past Tuesday at 6 a.m. So all that rain we picked up on Thursday and Friday didn't quite pick it up yet. And as we're looking at the rain, we didn't see any today, of course, but for the month, we are way ahead of where we're supposed to be, about 5.7 inches so far. That's about 5¼ inches above where we're supposed to be for this time of the month. And that almost erased our deficit for the year. We're up to 18.71 inches, only about a ½ inch below where we're supposed to be for this time of year. Going into tonight, we're going to see those temperatures dip down to about 45 degrees, so nice and cool out there, with calm winds for the most part out of the south, about 5 miles an hour. That's going to continue into tomorrow as we raise to about 79 degrees, but still feeling pretty great out there under those sunny skies. And going through the next 7 days, we're going to see these great days really on repeat with plenty of sunshine. 70s for these next 2 days through Veterans Day, maybe those 80s by Tuesday, and then we're going to start to cool back down into those 70s with overnight lows in the 40s. And then going into next weekend, we could see the temperatures push back into the 80s, and overnight lows could go back towards the 60s. That's all for your 7-day forecast, but stick around for more KSAN news after